The intro.
Oh, you should do the intro this week. I always do the intro.
Okay. Welcome back to Tech Gaming Weekly, episode 7. Is
Yep.
it 7 or?
I'll be honest. I was kind of guessing at that number, so I might be off by one, possibly.
Yeah. I thought it was 6 or 7, so it's
Yeah.
6 or 7.
I feel like last week was a solid 6, so yeah, I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
7. That was a good. I
Yeah.
feel like that was a good solid guess, and I might be right.
I'll go 6.5. So welcome to episode 6.5 of Tech Gaming Weekly.
There you go.
Then, I'm Brian, and this is Joker on the other end.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? Yeah, it's been a long week, man. It's like last week was kind of like a bad episode. I just like I threw up on stream, had to leave like twice. That was dodgy, but we got through it.
Yeah, we got through it. I mean, people enjoyed it, so yeah, it was okay. We got through it, yeah. I was actually surprised. I watched the stream because I can't obviously see your camera on stream, and
Yeah.
it was just funny. Like I didn't like you didn't barf on camera.
No, it was just off screen. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. I mean,
You just see my head going back and forth, and I turned down my mic all the way, so I was just off screen. I was just like, "Ugh," just my head going back and forth. Like it's like you see, it's like is Joker blowing Shaquille O'Neal or is he throwing up into a bag? I don't know. It could be either or at this point, really.
yeah, he's got Shaq back there, you know. Yeah,
Yep. I got the Shaq attack all over my left side of my face there. I had to leave for a moment.
yeah. Well, that would explain the vomiting, you know. So.
Yeah, exactly. You got to watch out for the Shaq attack. It's worse than Shazam. What was that movie? Kazam or Shazam? The Wizard movie?
Oh, the back in like the 90s.
Yeah, I was a kid when that came out. I actually kind of really, I liked it when it came out because I was a kid.
I never watched it because like I read like my parents read the reviews and they're like, we're not taking you to see that at the movies, waste of money. And I was like, okay.
It's like, I want to see Shaq though. Shaq is obviously going to be an amazing actor.
Oh, well, my brother, he's like NBA fanboy. He loves NBA. He's got all these, basketball cards and stuff. And he went and saw it. Like, yeah, he was like first day he went and saw it,
Well,
and then he
that's-
came
that's
out and he was like,
dedication.
well, he was like, it was okay. I'm like, well, you love Shaq, like, and you're saying it's okay, so it must have been pretty bad. I thought at the time, but yeah. Anyway, that was that movie. So, but yeah, personal news. Yeah, you want to go first with personal news?
Don't really have any. It's just been like focusing on the channel. Really, that's like the main primary my focus right now is just focusing on the channel and trying to figure out what I want to do for the week, and that just takes up like all of my time and thinking about that and writing also and everything
Yeah.
that goes into that. It's like it is a job that I do from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Even if I'm doing something idle like just sitting on my desktop and like reading news websites, that is work for the channel. That's work for this show right here.
Yeah,
Just
exactly,
skimming the
man.
internet and reading all the the news articles. It's all doing all that stuff's a lot of work to try to narrow it down for topics for an hour for the week, like all that stuff.
Yeah,
It just goes
especially
into
like
it.
and get rid of the topics that like no one wants to read about, like some USB pen or something. It's like
Yeah.
it's been released. It's like I don't want to read that crap.
It's been a long week because I'm starting to feel the drought that is set in now after E3, where there's just like nothing gaming related, and I want to make a gaming video so bad. Like I just give me a topic, just give me something I could go and turn on my camera and rant about for 5 minutes, get a few laughs in, and have a good time and get a ton of views out of it. That's like the kind of content I want to make. And I know it's the kind of content a lot of people want to watch. But right now I've got like
Yeah.
hardware reviews galore, and like the amount of time that has to go into that for like filming B-roll and stuff, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
it is, man. The hardware reviews. It's funny, hey, 'cause the hardware reviews they take the longest. Yet I'd say with the advertising, they'd make the least amount of revenue. Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's hard to to do the hardware reviews sometimes because you put so much time and effort into it, and I feel like the reward
Yeah.
isn't as good as far as the feedback that I get from people that watch
Yeah.
the videos. I feel like a much smaller group watch the hardware stuff than the gaming stuff, and I feel like the gaming stuff is much more likely to sort of grow the channel because it brings in a lot of new viewers, especially if it's a hot button issue that's new and a lot of
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it. That brings in a lot of new viewers, and like that kind of stuff is exciting when you post a video and you can get like 10, 20,000 views in the first day. Like to me, that's like a shit ton. That's like I'm just like, whoa, this video is doing really well. Like
So you just wanna find a game and
Yeah, I just
You know, you
I
want it to be
like doing
bad,
that
yeah?
topic. I like
Yeah, you want it to be bad so then you can just expose it for
I
all the
have to, I have
crap.
I have to be honest. Like when games are bad, it's kind of good for me. It's like it's it kind of works out really well in my favor if I could be perfectly honest.
It's like you're playing the game. Yes, it's bad. I'm gonna bash this game.
It's like I'm disappointed, but at the same time, like, oh my god, this is such a pile of shit. Where is my
Yes.
camera?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what
Well, it's
about?
funny though, but well, honestly, the amount of bad games that have been coming out lately, it's yeah, it really is no surprise that people enjoy watching like your content exposing the bad games because yeah, I've been burnt harder than I've ever been burnt in the last few years, especially with you get games that look good on the trailers and then they come out and they're an absolute pile of shit, right?
Yeah, that's our first
So
little topic for today. But what? How about?
yeah.
But I wanted
Ah,
to ask you, how was your week though? We didn't even talk about you. What's going on with you, man?
not good, man. Not good. I've been face palming all week. Like, I haven't seen my little boy for 2 weeks. I was actually thinking of making a separate video for it. And I'm actually going to make a new whole channel for him. Because, like, in Japan, this system is so backwards. Like, legally, the system here is so freaking backwards, man. There's no such thing as joint custody here. And you can't now that we've done the divorce, she played me because she was kind of nice up until the divorce, and then after that, she's just gone and completely turned her back on me and not let me see my kid, not even for like an hour. And it's been like 2 weeks, man, and I'm heartbroken. Can't get to see my little boy,
Yeah.
like just I saw him like she was lying to me about his whereabouts
Oh
and I
wow.
found out. Yeah, and I found out, and I just went and saw him. I only got like 20 seconds with him before he like took him off me. Like it's been
I
rough,
would
man.
honestly, I would start keeping a lot, like records of that stuff, like times and everything like that. So if you go to court
Mm,
and, have a custody battle, you can bring all that stuff against her and show that she's
yeah.
lying and, all that kind
Well,
of stuff.
I've already seen the solicitor, and like, it's so hard for a foreigner, man. Like, even if you do win in court, apparently the orders aren't even forced because it's a civil matter.
Wow.
They can't even enforce the court orders. Like, that's what he's telling me. And she's been just a real bitch man about this whole thing. Like, who doesn't let a little kid see their dad? Like he's my best friend, man. Like, yeah, I don't want to keep going on about it. So I'm just gonna break down and
That's all right, man.
yeah,
It's good to talk about
yeah.
it though. If you were thinking about doing a dedicated video, you definitely should, so you could have, something therapeutic to just at least get it out. Do a video.
Yeah, it's hard, man. At the end of the day, fucking hell, like, oh god,
I've had problems in the past, like, and I was like nervous leading up to my surgery, and I did videos about it, and it helped to talk about it, even though it was like emotional and was hard for me. I still did it, and it helps.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be making a video about it because, like, I've researched a lot, and there's so many other guys in Japan who are, and other, I guess, mums as well in the reverse dilemma that have been fucked over by this country's laws and this system here.
Yeah.
Like, the mum takes the kid, and we can't get any access to our kids. And it's like, the boy needs both his parents, man. There's no doubt about that. Especially, like I've done nothing but, just give that kid love. And, he's my best friend more, as well as my son.
Yeah.
It's just hard, man. Like so my heart's just broken at the moment. Like, how can she do this to him as well? Like, whatever quarrel we have, that's fine. I can understand her being angry at me. I'm angry at her,
It's
and
just
we,
it's revenge tactics. That's all it is. It's just
yeah, and it is
it's
right.
acting out trying to
Yeah.
get revenge, and that's
Mm.
that's the best tool she has right now is to use him against you.
That's exactly right, man. She couldn't get everything her way. Like, she wanted to take half my money. She wanted 2 years child support up front. And, I said, my brother, he stepped in and my family stepped in and said, you haven't earned half his money. Especially when she doesn't want to give me half her money. It's like, that's not fair at all.
Yeah.
And she's hiding her bank accounts. I'm like, well, show me your bank accounts. If you want to split half the money, it's got to go split both ways. I'm not just giving you half my money. Like, yeah. And like, so anyway, I didn't take it her way. And, like that's the whole thing about, you've got to come to a compromise, right?
Yeah.
Like, we made a compromise. Like, she came over to my house with her parents and her brother, and we all sat down at the round table and we started talking and we made an agreement and we finalized that agreement. And then the next day she goes back on her word. It's just like, it's just been going through my head ugh, why me? You know what I mean? Why me? Why did I get stuck in this shit? You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's life. Like, I got to deal with it now. And
I thought the Japanese were supposed to honor agreements. What the hell?
yeah, well, this is a different generation, clearly.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's no honor like in what's going on now. So, I found, I've caught her family lying to me. I've caught her friends lying to me. Like, it's a pack of lies, man. It's just like, who does this? Who does, like, I don't know, maybe she's just spun a lot of bullshit, because that's the only thing I can think of, because why would these friends defend her so much? She must have spun some real tough bullshit that,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, like, she's got some of my stuff as well, and I want to get it back and just be done with her.
Yeah.
And then, save money in a separate bank account for my kid, and when he's old enough to understand everything,
Yeah.
I'll then give him, a bank account with his name in it, and tell him everything that's happened in the future. Yeah, but the things that's, everything's just going through my head, man. Like, I'm worried about, is this, because I just don't think she's going to be fit to raise this kid properly,
Yeah.
and that's what my biggest concern is. I going through,
Yeah.
like, she wanted to put him in daycare at 1 year old and work till 7 o'clock at night. It's like, that's not healthy for a kid. It's just, there's so many. I think I should just save it for another day and make a whole new video about it, because
Yeah.
we'll get on with the show. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's everything. I haven't made a video for over a week now, and that's what's taken me so much time. I've just been dealing with
Yeah.
a lot of shit IRL, man. Like, it's tough,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
hopefully it gets better, man. Hope it gets
yeah.
better for you.
It will. I mean, it's just, got to come to grips with what's, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there'll be a lot of advice in the comments as well, which I love reading. So I look forward to that as well, because a lot of people have given me good advice and stuff. My parents are giving me great advice, and my brothers give me great advice as well. But it's just hard, man. Like, I've got to go through this, and I got to deal with it, and that's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And I just worry about my kid's future. That's, it's the most important thing. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, sure.
you said you wanted to get on, so let's get into
Yeah.
the first topic. Let's get into the first topic. So we were talking about Honor.
Yeah.
For Honor trailer was released by Ubisoft today, and I just wanted to talk about this because, well, first off, it's Ubisoft, so obviously we don't trust Ubisoft. I don't think the majority of my viewers trust Ubisoft at this point after what they've done to the PC community over the past couple of years with some of their shenanigans. So to say that I'm skeptical about this game would be a little bit of an understatement, because it looks really good from what we've seen so far at E3, but it was just E3 footage. It could just be presser footage from Ubisoft, just bullshit.
Yeah.
And absolutely, because some of it looked like, how is this going to actually play out? How's it actually going to play out? So
Well, you just read the first comment. There's only one comment, I think. I forgot this was by Ubisoft, and I was like, oh, crap. Well, that comment sums it up.
yeah.
For me, anyway. Like, yeah.
But yeah, this trailer though just came out, and I was watching it, and I was just like, this is the most pointless trailer I've ever seen in my life, because it means absolutely nothing. They don't talk about any new gameplay elements. They don't talk about anything at all. All it is a wrap up of bullshit fluff fucking quotes from E3. Here's the first one. One of the biggest surprises from E3 2015. Well, yeah, no one had heard of the game before E3, so you're right about that. That was a big surprise. Very well done. Thank you for bringing that awesome insight to the table. IGN, you're awesome, guys.
Yeah, they should stop the film there and say, this guy's holding a sword.
Followed by that, we have from evereye.it. Never heard of it. Beautiful moments in pure exaltation of war. Another just absolutely meaningless, empty quote. That means nothing to me. What is that saying about a game? It's saying
Beautiful.
that means absolutely fuck all. Just fuck all. Exaltation. I've never heard the word exalt or exalted used in that manner before. I don't know if that's even proper English. Exaltation. What is that shit? That's nothing. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that quote's a bit off. It's beautiful moments.
What have we got? What have we got up next? Oh yes, from JewVideo.com. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. JewVideo.com. A game to closely watch. Yes.
Duke's video.
It is a game to closely watch. That's correct. It's a new game. We know nothing about it. I would say we're probably going to closely watch it. And it's Ubisoft, so I'm going to be watching them like a fucking hawk. That's the first one that actually kind of makes sense, although I don't think that's what the point they were trying to get across. Graphic and awesome from Pocket Lint. You ever heard of Pocket Lint?
I don't know. Well, is that like someone like has a lighter and the lint fell out in their pocket? Like,
I don't know.
Is this a gaming
I don't
channel,
know, but apparently the game is awesome and it has graphics. That pretty much
awesome.
That pretty much sums it up for about every game that's ever come out. A very brute experience. Just all these comments are just complete and utter tosh. And it just means absolutely nothing, and this trailer means nothing. And Ubisoft, get your fucking act together and get on the ball and just put out a good fucking game already. I don't care what it is. Just make something good. I haven't played anything good since like Far Cry 3 or Splinter Cell Blacklist. Those are the last two good Ubisoft titles I played. Since then, just been absolute just fuck up after fuck up. Just bigger fuck ups than Charlie Sheen's last attempt at sobriety. Like, just so bad. God. Anyway, that's gonna do it for my little rant. I had to rant on that a little bit. I don't know if you have anything.
Well, you've got to just remind Ubisoft that we're not believing the hype.
Yeah.
So no one's fallen for the hype this time around. It's like, just release a good game. That's all you got to do. You don't have to get Pocket Lint on there and graphic and awesome.
10 out of 10 Pocket Lint.
Yeah, I've seen like their Pocket Lint's in the trailer, and they're giving it a 10 out of 10 already. They haven't even played the game, but it's a review, right?
As we both drink our coffees.
That's it. So.
Just itching to down this.
Yeah, so I got to drink my coffee.
In my Barnacles mug, sponsored by Barnacles this episode. No, I'm just kidding. Oh god, you guys should tweet that though right now to Barnacles. Tell them Tech Gaming Weekly is talking about Barnacles and hashtag Barnacles mug. If you guys hashtag Barnacles mug on Twitter and get Barnacles in here, then I'll suck your dick. I'm just kidding.
Really?
No, that was a bit strong. That's a bit strong. I'm joking right now. We talked about this earlier. You can't see my face. I'm joking right now.
Yeah, I know. That's the hard part about doing this live. I can't see
we were talking earlier because Brian can't see that I'm joking. So sometimes it looks like he doesn't get that I'm joking, or like he thinks I'm taking it too seriously. Like there was like a couple weeks back, I think I was talking something about like trannies or whatever, and you just look like I don't know what he's talking about right now. I don't want any part of this. I don't want any part of this. Just move on to the next topic.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Trannies? Oh, it's tech.
But next topic, anyway. Yeah, we've been talking a lot about Skylake, but this is like the first seemingly good thing to come forward from it, getting up to 5.2 gigahertz on air. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that would kind of go against what you're predicting on the chip. And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here. I'm not uber excited for this chip because I'm not really planning to upgrade unless maybe I'm testing out some motherboards for this platform. But if it's getting to 5.2, that's really impressive.
Yeah, but I look down. I agree with all the boys in the comments. One's calling 1-800 bullshit on that. I'm calling it as well. Like when Haswell was released, I remember when they released like these, Haswell was coming out. There was one going to air at 1 volt or something. Yeah, it was 1 volt. I think it was 1 volt or something at 5 gigahertz. It was like, that's bullshit. So, I this time around, 5.2 gigs, is it possible? Yeah.
Not at 0.835 volts though. I don't know what they're doing at that. I mean, it's 14 nanometer, but geez, that's really low.
It could be possible, but it's probably like the platinum sample, not the golden sample. It's like this is like
the master die basically that all other i7s are printed off of. It's
pretty much. So I don't believe it, right? I mean, we'll see what Linus gets. Linus will probably get one that'll go to 4.8 gigahertz at 1.2 volt, and he'll be like, "Let's make an overclocking tutorial where you can lock in 4.6 gig at 1.2 volt, but no one will get that.
Yeah. Hey guys, look, it ran at 38 degrees on this 5-second render test we did, but only the one test.
Yeah.
We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah. Well, we just gotta pull up a 10-second benchmark and then quickly turn it off before our computer crashes.
Yeah, and that'll transition right into Dollar Shave Club, which really makes sense in the realm of processors. Because if you're overclocking, you probably need a shave, neckbeard.
Yeah, well, I just use my Gillette Mark III. Man, I've been using a Gillette Mark III for just forever, since it was released.
I'm like, have you ever fallen down the internet rabbit hole?
No.
No? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like where you look
No.
up like one topic and then you just go way too far into it and you're just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, well, that's it.
That happened to me recently with shaving. I got for just like maybe a 2-hour period. Like I looked up something, like I needed to buy razors. That's how it started. I needed to buy razors.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm sick of having to go to the store to get razors. Why don't I get like one of these Dollar Shave Clubs? And I was looking up some reviews on it. I was like, how good are these razors? Are they actually good? Then I started looking up articles on what is the best razor in the world. Then I started looking up stuff with like safety razors, like the old school ones that like your granddad would use. And
the cutthroat.
I watched a 20-minute video of a guy teaching me how to shave with one of those razors, and I actually contemplated dropping like $65 on a safety razor with like a beaver-haired fucking thing for like putting shaving cream on my face, like hot shaves and stuff. I was like, I had this stuff in my cart on Amazon. I was ready to go. I was ready to commit to this.
For me, it's just like Mark III. I've tried so many different razors. I just keep going back to the Mark III, trusty.
Yeah, I went with the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide, which a lot of men's websites recommended as one of their favorites.
Yeah, I tried the Fusion. I just thought it wasn't much different to the
PP
Mark
Joker
III.
in chat. Carver Butter is awesome.
That's it. So, well, like I've tried the Fusion. I just thought it wore out quicker than the Mark III. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but yeah, Gillette for the win.
Yeah, so. We're not sponsored by Men's Magazine this week at all.
Yeah.
No.
What was the review? What was the reviews on Dollar Shave Club? Like, what was the real reviews saying?
Just average, really. And and when I was like looking at it, I was like, this is kind of pricey in the long run because you got to commit to like a year contract and all that. And I was like, I don't know how much shaving I'm really gonna do in the next year.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah.
I found it hard to commit to one amount of razors. Like I don't know how many razors I need for a month. Do I need like 8 razors? I don't know. So like how often?
Yeah,
you shave? I'm like every day.
Sometimes I use the electric shaver in a hurry.
Yeah, well, like right now, I only shave on a day I'm making a video. That's it. I don't shave for this show because my facial hair doesn't show up on the webcam because it's not sharp enough. But on the DSLR, I have to shave. So
yeah, that's true.
Any day I do a video, I was like, gotta shave, gotta get a good close shaving. But anyway,
anyway. Well, I actually have to have a shower before I shave with a razor, so otherwise I just get rash. So
yep.
Anyway, yeah. So we'll move on then. Skylake, we've got overclocked to 6.5 gigahertz with LN2.
Yeah, and you were skeptical about these numbers now, looking at between the 6.5 and the 5.2, right? Because of the voltage. Yeah,
well, now we've only got another 1.3 gigs on the CPU, but we've suddenly gone up to 2.032 volt. So, I mean, just 5.2 at 1.35 and then all of a sudden 2. Kind of the scaling's going out of control, which, it just indicates that the 5.2 gigahertz, this could be legit. Like, this overclock could be right.
Yeah, that's on liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. I could actually believe this one. I'm just not believing the 5.2. So that's because these kind of mismatching. So that's just what I'm reading here. So this could be legit, and I think the 5.2, I'm calling bullshit on the 5.2 mainly.
Yeah.
So just because these don't really go.
Yeah.
So.
It shouldn't be too much further away. I mean, we already started seeing some motherboards show up for this, and
the Z170s, they look good. So
yeah, I mean, I would definitely be keen to throw one of these in my new test system if I can get a motherboard sent out by someone to review for this. I would definitely be keen to try out the 6700K in there, as opposed to getting another 5820K or something, which is like an option I would actually lean towards possibly because they're so good.
Yeah, well, I might ask a Zeus. Everyone just keeps asking me to review a Zeus motherboard. And I reviewed the B85, the Pro Gamer. I liked that motherboard.
at Asus actually, but
Yeah.
they were all very straightforward with me when I talked to them a little while ago, and they basically told me the numbers they're looking for as far as average views per video, and what
Yeah.
they would need to be seeing to start sending out product to someone.
Yeah. I
And
see.
I'm still not there yet. You know, they want to be seeing like 50,000 views a video.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So they're talking like, Jay's 2 cents, Tech Syndicate, Linus level,
Yeah.
that kind of content. Basically,
Wow.
you got to get to like 100,000 subs. That's basically what it boils down to, I think.
Yeah. Just to get a $100 motherboard. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
But I appreciate that they're straightforward about it. I've only ever dealt
Yeah,
with one
that's
other
it,
person
right.
before that was straightforward with me about that and said,
Yeah.
"This is a mark I want to see you hit," and then I actually hit the mark, and then I got the product at the end of the day after like maybe like 8 months later. I was just like, and this is just recently, and I was just like, "That's awesome," you know.
Yeah, I like it when
It-
people
it-
are just straightforward, yeah.
Gives me something to work towards. Gives me something to work towards.
Well, not only that, I mean, they don't not beating you around the bush like, oh, we'll get back to you in X amount of time, and then they never get back to you or whatever. They're just saying, look,
Yeah.
this is the deal.
I I like them to be straightforward because
Yeah.
it gives me something to work to. Like, when I started this channel, like one of my dreams was to get a graphics card review, and just get any company send me any graphics card. I would consider that a victory. And
Yeah.
I finally got a graphics card recently, and that was like a victory to me. So now like my next victory could be like to get like a monitor sent actually, because I've never been sent a monitor. There's one we're gonna talk about in a little bit. I would fucking lose my shit if I got sent that monitor, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Well,
Yeah.
that would be a hell of a fucking thing to review, though. My God. But yeah, do you have anything else you want to add on Skylake?
No, just like I'm sort of skeptical of these two articles, but I'm more skeptical of the 5.2. That's the biggest one that I'm skeptical of.
Yeah.
So I'm just not. I got to see that to believe it. Especially with Skylake, I'm going to add like it's going to cost more money than the Haswell cost on release. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
but
that's
a little
yeah.
bit more.
So
It's
we're
also
just
got
paying,
DDR4
like-
support, though.
I know, but a lot of us people are like a lot of us enthusiasts are just going to be paying for this iGPU that we don't need a lot of the times. So that's one of the things that's annoying about it.
Yeah.
And so I want to see the Xeon variant. Like even if it isn't overclockable, hell, I don't want that iGPU on board. I don't want to pay for it.
I was just looking in that article, and they also had the memory at 4287 on DDR4. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's serious.
Well, they're serious business, man. They mean business, eh?
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll get on to the next article. So we want to move to AMD.
We had the Nintendo thing next that you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, it's just funny, right? We're just talking about
Yeah.
Nintendo the other week going cross-platform. I mean, even though this isn't a big title going cross-platform, or even though it's a start. Apparently, they're going to be releasing a game to the online variant to PC, which is weird. Nintendo exclusive is coming to PC.
Hey guys,
And-
Nintendo's bringing a game to PC, and it's a game nobody cares about. Yay!
Yeah. Oh, it's just funny. We were talking about it the other day. I actually don't have the link up, so can you just... Yeah, you just want to
I think I speak for all gamers when I
Yeah.
say we would rather have Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart 8. I would be all over that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'd rather have some titles that people care about, but it's a start, right? It's a start, and I think, like, this could be a good thing for Nintendo if I guess they're testing the waters now. Because I mean, if they release Mario Kart 8 for the PC, I'd buy it. If they released Zelda for the PC, I'd buy it. Like, hey, like I just don't want to go out and buy a Wii U for like two games.
All Nintendo has to do is think of it like this. For years, they've been re-releasing their games on new hardware. This is just another piece of hardware that they can do that with now. You can go ahead and re-release the same Mario games all over again that you've already released a million times on the Wii and the Wii U and the GameCube and the N64 and every other fucking handheld in between. You could do that now on the
Yeah.
PC too.
And they're probably worried about people hacking the games. But as I've said before, all they have to do to stop pirating games is release a good multiplayer. And people will buy the game and they'll want to play it online with their friends. And, that's just, that's what sells, like Blizzard games. Blizzard's one of the most successful companies that released, or in the past at least, like World of Warcraft. Look at how much of a success that was.
Yep.
You can't pirate World of Warcraft, or if you do, you can't play it you can't play it competitively.
Can't do anything.
So, you can't do anything. So it's like, okay, I mean, you can play on some. I think you could play on some private servers or something like that, but you
Well, you
couldn't
can get on
actually
there and
just.
play for free up to a certain rank, then you just stop leveling up.
Yeah, yeah. So, right, that's you got to look at the business model from you got to make a good multiplayer, and that'll be fine. So if
Rocket
it's
League, baby. Like just like Rocket League, it's just a good multiplayer. That's how it gets by on. It's perfect.
yeah, exactly. So that's how you make a PC game sell on the PC.
Yep.
Is make it have a good multiplayer. But that's what I look for when I buy a game anyway nowadays. Does it have a good multiplayer?
Yep.
Or is it one of these big ass titles that everyone's raving about, and I've just got to buy it to benchmark it?
Yep.
So, so
Yeah.
I've got one or two choices.
And just so everyone knows, we owe 80% of our earnings for this episode to Nintendo because we mentioned them in
Oh
conversation.
yeah,
So
we mentioned Nintendo, so we've got to.
they are our de facto sponsor, unintentionally.
That's it. You gotta watch
Although
out.
we
Though,
pay them, not the other way around.
if you pull up like a Mario character on stream, like they can claim that, can't they? Like even if you pull up the image, right?
Yeah,
I think
they go like fucking crazy with their licensed shit. Like if you're even talking about their stuff, they will like try to take your earnings. It's ridiculous. It's like, what are they doing? So that's an old topic, but I mean, God, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like if I actually played Nintendo products, I might give a fuck.
Yeah. If I actually play the games
Yeah.
and stream them, yeah.
Yep.
So, anyway,
Yep.
we're gonna move. Oh, so yeah, we got AMD. So
Yeah. This one's pretty cool. The first news we've heard about the next GPU, which is going to be 16 nanometer with HBM2 from AMD. It's called Arctic Islands. That code name had been leaked a few months back, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, but now we're seeing it's going to be 16 nanometer and HBM2, which has a cap of 8 gigabytes, unlike the 4 gigabytes on the Fury X, and it's also double the bandwidth, so double the video memory, double the bandwidth, now at 1024 gigabytes per second, which is stupid fast.
yeah,
So-
that'll be huge.
Yeah.
And then we also got more actual RAM on there as well, so that looks pretty good. 16 nanometers is surely going to be a big freaking
Power
party
efficient,
in the graphics card scene. Like we've been waiting for a node shrink for a long time. It's like hurry up and get it done. AMD or Nvidia, no one cares. Just get it out. We've been on 28 nanometer for years, like freaking years now.
Yeah. And the fact that they're calling it Arctic Islands, I assume it's going to be running cooler.
Yeah, I would hope so, right? So it's just I mean, are they going to keep using those OEM water coolers? I'm personally not a big fan.
Yep.
I'd like air cooling better, especially on OEMs. Like if you're selling it to the mass
Yeah,
public.
absolutely. I wouldn't want to buy a graphics card and have to consider mounting a radiator anywhere. Like that's
Yeah, well,
not
for
worth
me,
it,
it's like
not worth it.
Well, my opinion with water cooling is you spend the money and you get proper gear, and
Yeah.
like if you're selling like you sell it to the average individual who just doesn't clean their PC, what if that PC leaks?
that would be me. That's why I admire water cooling. I like to look at the systems and all that stuff, but
yeah,
I personally wouldn't want to invest it in my system, and also it seems like just an absolute pain in the tits if you ever need to do anything inside your PC. And I'm always opening my system. I'm opening my system up on a weekly basis, for whatever, for cleaning.
Well, especially for you and me. I mean, we've only got really one main rig at the moment that we've got to swap parts into, and it's our testing rig as well as our normal usage rig as well as our it's an everything rig. So I mean, and plus I got another rig. I mean, I'm in Japan, man. Water parts here, just like proper cooling parts, I got to get them shipped internationally, and it costs a truckload, man. Like I've looked at it, it cost me like at least $800 to get a proper water cooling system.
Wow.
And like at least it's like $800. Like nah, for an extra couple of hundred megahertz, no thanks.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's expensive. So, but anyway, back on the topic here. We got next gen. Unless you wanted to add anything more about water cooling.
Oh no, it's just I mean, like I said, like looking at it, but not going to use it in my system just because of the risk.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't buy a graphics card that I had pre-mounted on there either. I just don't like that, and I don't think it's worth the risk of the water cooling. And even if it's as safe as it can be, I still don't think it's worth having it on there. I mean, I don't really care if my graphics card hits 83 degrees and tops out at that. Then I was like, all right, fine. I'm still getting a bajillion frames, and it's perfectly safe for it to run at that temperature. So why should I care?
Well, tell you now, man, leaks are they're terrible, man. Like if you got a leak, it can potentially just destroy your whole rig. And I've seen it in the past. It's not good. So, so it's like for me, it's just like air cooling's fine, especially since some of the air coolers, especially on the CPUs,
Yep.
they're getting really good now. Like they're getting really good to the point where you're gonna get that sweet spot, regardless of even if you don't have it water cooling. So
because the GPUs are so efficient now, it doesn't even really matter all that much.
GPUs
At least
and
with
CPUs,
at least with Maxwell, yeah, and CPUs too, right? With the nanometer, the node process shrinking and all that.
Well,
So
yeah, and so it's not such a big deal, like as it used to be. So
yeah, and as Razer Pros just pointed out, the pump noise. I had a SwiftTech H220X on my old rig before this one, and it was a fucking awesome cooler. I mean, the temperatures were killer, but the fucking pump was loud, dude. It was fucking loud.
well, see, I'm running an open test bed, like probably a meter away from a condenser mic. I've got aircon on. Like, can you really hear any background noise at the moment?
No, I can't hear, but I'm sure you've got your mic dialed in though. I think
Yeah,
I think my air conditioner usually gets picked up by my mic.
Okay, well, yeah, like it's pretty quiet in here, so and that's on an open test bed, so you can make air cooling sound so quiet, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's fine. I mean, even if your temperatures are a little bit higher than normal, it's not a big deal.
yeah,
You've got plenty of room to mess around with on the CPU and GPU before temperatures become an issue. It's really like the ceiling is really like 90 degrees. That's when it's like
Yeah.
time to like really be concerned. But you're not going to
Yeah.
come on air if you've done a even half decent job. You're not gonna come close to that.
yeah, exactly right. So I agree.
Yep.
So yeah, sorry. Anyway, Zen and their new Arctic Islands, they're both going to 16 nanometer apparently. So it'll be interesting to see who actually gets the first 16 nanometer chip out, like for the GPU side of things.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer.
I mean, Intel are already on 14 nanometer on the mobile and on Broadwell. But
Yeah, and what's the other
Broadwell
one? They
just
were.
got slipped.
There's already rumors of a 10 nanometer. I remember seeing like last week. Remember that?
Yeah, is it Cannon Lake or something?
Yeah, it was
So,
fucking tiny as fuck.
yeah, it's just like they're clearly running into some big problems, and so.
Yeah, that's still a
I mean-
way ways. Just I guess a good.
But
long
like
way away.
16 nanometer, if they can get this process right, I mean, it could be really good, especially when it's first released. So I'm looking forward to this. I just hope, Arctic Islands is the revolution that AMD needs. It's just, again, as I've pointed out in the past so many times, I've been skeptical with that balance sheet figures,
Yeah.
They're in, dire straits, man. And so, Apple's got 200 billion cash on hand. So they should just buy them out, buyout confirmed, 200 billion cash on hand, AMD buyout confirmed.
Well, hey man, they might be
Buyout.
losing money now after what's going on with the iPod Touch and the iPhone. You were telling me their sales dropping off. I mean,
Yeah, so that was interesting. So,
yeah.
but
But
we'll have to.
We've got
I'm
more
sorry.
companies losing money too. Microsoft, man.
Yeah, well, that's what we're segueing into this one, eh? The Nokia write-down. So it leads Microsoft to a record 3.2 billion loss. So I think the main news to chunk out of this is that their revenue went down 5% from last year, was it? So, like their revenue's gone down 5% from last year. I mean, obviously they got the write-down from the Nokia acquisition.
Yeah, that's a big chunk.
So-
That's a big chunk of the loss.
Yeah, well, mainly is the loss.
Yeah,
So
that
that's-
is the loss. That is it.
they would have been in the green if they didn't buy Nokia. But it makes you wonder. Is Windows 10 going to be their answer to get back? I think it will be. I mean, Windows 10's already looking pretty damn good. I mean, if we look at their new internet browser as well, Edge, that's getting some really good hype.
Yeah.
And personally, I used to use Internet Explorer. It was okay. 'Cause
Man, that must have sucked.
No. Like it was actually fine because like I didn't care. Like I actually am not a big fan of Google Chrome. Like I use
Same.
Firefox.
Yeah, Firefox definitely.
Yes, I use Firefox because I think it's the best.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a big fan of Google Chrome because, just the the data mining. Like it was just
I don't trust Chrome. I don't trust Google with my data, and I also don't like how it that program like just auto updates. Whenever it feels like it. Even if you tell it not to, like it'll still update sometimes.
well, it's crazy, man. Like you log out, you have all these links open on your browser. You go to your YouTube account and then you log out and you watch pretty much all your browsers will refresh, bar a couple of them. That's how tapped in Google is. It's scary, man.
Yeah.
So you're just getting data mined like a whore.
Yeah, that's why I like using Firefox, and I like using extensions like Facebook, Twitter, and Google Disconnect. There's 3 different extensions, and keeps them from tracking you. So like, you know, you don't go to Amazon and look at, you know, purple dildos and then go back to Facebook and you're like, hey, do you like purple dildos? And I'm just like, I do like purple dildos. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how did you know?
But I just looked at it, you know. I kind of want to look at something different now.
I clicked the wrong link. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No purple dildos here. Put that away.
Yeah. Put that purple dildo away. Purple. Well, it's like purple lightsaber, you know. I was a big fan of the purple lightsaber, Mace Windu.
Yeah, the flop. But you're gonna get the floppy lightsaber like Jim Sterling has.
That's it. So you got
Jim Sterling's been having a prop on his Jimquisition the past couple weeks. He has like a 3-foot purple baseball bat dildo, like with the full handle and everything, so he could fucking chalk on it for extra leverage. You know, just get a little extra stank on it. It's like,
oh shit, man! There's a construction worker and you're coming out on stream. Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
So Microsoft's balance sheet's not looking too good this year, but Microsoft 10 around the corner. I mean, Windows 10 around the corner, and their Office 365 and stuff like that. I mean, they should pick up.
You know what? Actually, you mentioning Office there actually reminded me of something else I saw today that was pretty cool. There's now a free plugin update that you can get for Google Drive, which adds in Office support. So all of the Office programs, if you use those, you can now integrate that into Google Drive, because Google Drive is now actually going to be using the same API as Office. So it's going to be able to seamlessly integrate all your files, which is really nice. And all you got to do is download a plugin.
Oh, sweet. I'll check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using Google Drive for ages now just because it's free and I can't be bothered to pirate Office. So it's like I can't be bothered with all that fake phone call shit again.
That's cheap, man. You get a license. You can get an Office license for cheap, though. Like, it's really cheap.
I don't have that much of a need for it, and
yeah,
I wouldn't buy it. You know, I've just bought into Adobe, so I'm kind of on that kick now. So I was like, I can't buy into another program.
Yeah, it's expensive, man, especially when, you know, we're not making much money at all off the YouTube, so
yep.
Yeah. But let's you want to move on to Gears of War Ultimate Edition?
Yeah, this is something, you know, I wanted to talk about. People that have been, you know, following along know I'm a big fan of Gears of War, and I've been waiting for this Ultimate Edition. And
almost every episode you've been like, Gears of War, Gears of War.
Yeah, I want it so bad. I just want it now in my life. It's gonna be so good. But I mean, this is just kind of confirming something that, you know, we had kind of already knew. I just didn't want to admit it to myself, and because they hadn't said it yet, that I was like, maybe it will be out on PC at the same time. Maybe it will. But here we now know from Phil Spencer that it is not coming out on the same date as Xbox One, which is August 25th. It's going to be coming out at a later date on the PC, but we don't know exactly what day yet. So gotta wait a little bit longer. I don't like the mystery of not knowing. I'd like to know when, you know. But,
yeah, you don't want a worst case scenario like GTA 5, you know, 2 years later.
Well, I don't think it'll be that bad, but
but like
that'd be pretty rough.
At a later date, it's kind of like, just confirm when. Is it 3 months? Give us a ballpark figure.
See, I really wanted it August 25th because I thought it was going to be the perfect launch window for that game, which is probably why they're launching it on that date, because it's right before, you know, the holiday gaming season really kicks off. The first week is it's September 1st. There's a couple of games coming out that day, Mad Max and one other one I can't recall at the moment.
September's a big release of some games. Like
September, October, November, man. Every year,
isn't it? Dark Souls is coming out as well.
Everything is coming out, man. September, October, November, everything comes out basically for the year. It's like the rest of the year is just waiting for those 3 months, and then it's just like you get all of the games, or if you're on PC, you probably get maybe one game, and then wait for the other ones to be $5 on G2A, and then you just go pick it up on there, and you go to g2a.com/r/Joker Productions to use my link. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm looking forward to one game that's coming out. It's I forgot the name of it. I got to check out, but the Mega Man's people who made Mega Man.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, so I'm really keen for that because I love Mega Man. I'm actually in the process of collecting a lot of the Rockman X series from Japan, the
Yep.
retro games. Yeah, like I love the Mega Man series, so that'll be. I mean, even though it's not Mega Man, it's still the same sort of format, so it'll be pretty cool.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be on PC, and
Yeah.
I've actually never. Well, I might have played Mega Man when I was a kid on like the NES, but I really don't remember because it wasn't like one of my favorite
Ah, it was
games.
amazing. Like, the NES was really good, and then the Super Nintendo, like Mega Man X, was just amazing.
I
So,
just think that game was too hard.
oh, it was, man.
It's
Like Mega
fucking
Man X was,
insane hard.
it was hard, dude, but it was good. Like that's what I mean. I loved old school games. They were hard. You just spent like hours on the same level, and you're like, okay,
You
okay,
go through
okay.
and you graze your leg on like a bullet and you go back to the beginning. It's just like, oh
Yeah, but
god.
you clocked it, you know. Like nowadays, you look at the opposite. You've got games where you just walk through with your dick out, one hand on your dick, one hand on your mouse, like, and then you just press forward, then you change to your mouse. You can just clock the game, like no problems, one-handed.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be cool, that Mega Man game. We don't even have it up on screen, but yeah, that's.
yeah,
I don't
that's.
know. I have no idea when that's actually been coming out. I just know it was on Kickstarter.
I thought it was September. I thought it was September. I gotta double check.
Yeah.
So
You
I
know
was looking
what?
forward to it.
I lost my link somehow for the that Mortal Kombat thing.
Oh, I'll post it
I
to you
got
if
it.
you want.
I've got it. I'm on their page now. I got
Okay.
it. I've got it. It's on the same website. I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how I lost it. I was looking and then I saw that the Acer was next, and I was like, wait, what, Mortal Kombat was supposed to go into that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Side Gaming.
yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Side of Gaming.
yeah. This is a really good PC website, guys. By the way, I don't know if anyone's ever used this, but DSOgaming.com. It's Dark
Yeah,
Side of
we've got
Gaming.
to. I mean, we've got to give them a mention because we've been pulling up some of their articles like every single episode. So
It's just
yeah.
it's so good. I go there, probably like 6-7 times a day because they always, they're kind of like a scraper site where they scrape for news stories like on other websites and then they kind of bring them all into one place. So it's just convenient. I just go there and browse their page. I'm just like, okay, that's a good topic. That's a good topic.
Yeah.
So like on the day of the show like this, I'll just like pull up DSOG and just go back like through their archive of the past like 5 days and just like cherry pick like a few stories and like boom, there's topics. It's
Yeah,
like-
the good topics.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good site. It's all
Yeah.
it's PC. It may not say it, but it is a PC gaming website. They do PC performance analysis for all the new games, so it's a good site.
Yeah. It's a good site. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
This HD fan remake of Mortal Kombat, so it looks
Gorgeous.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So it does look good. Like I'm looking forward to this.
yeah,
So secret character, yeah, Reptile, you could unlock him, yeah.
yeah. I have
Yeah,
it.
that's-
I have that first screenshot up on my screen right now, and I have it zoomed out so that they could see it on stream. That it's ultra wide like this. I just wanted to point that out because I thought it looked really cool, like being able to see the entire level like that. I've never
Yeah.
seen it like that before, and that like. I don't know. That just looks awesome. I could just thinking about playing that on like a 21 by
Yeah.
9 monitor, and my god, that would be so cool to play a game like that where you could see the full stage and the camera would never have to move.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wicked. So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah.
So,
I'm
Liu
curious
Kang.
to see how far how far they're going to go with it. If this is actually going to get released and how are they dealing with licensing.
Well, see, I actually enjoyed the sequel. Like that was my favorite
Mortal Kombat 2?
of all. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Mortal
my
Kombat 2 was my
favorite.
favorite also. Yeah, they had some of the
Yeah.
best levels in that. I remember the acid pit level for Reptile.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you punch them and they'd fall into the acid like
it
skeletons.
was
Like,
wicked. Yeah,
I remember.
And-
I remember buying that game like so vividly because I went with a neighbor,
Yeah.
and we. It was like an older guy, but he was a gamer. He was like maybe 30 years old, but he was a gamer.
Yeah.
And I would hang out with him at his house and play games, even though I was like 10 years old at the time. It wasn't creepy at all, I swear. It's like no, we just
Yeah,
played
yeah.
games. No, but yeah, we went to like a mall at like 5 minutes before closing, which was like mad late, and I was with this guy, and we went and got it, and it was like $80 when it came out.
yeah.
That shit was fucking expensive when it came out. Games were mad loot back then.
Yeah, they were.
Like that was a
hey.
lot of money for back then. It's still a lot of money now for a game. Like you're lucky if you
Yeah.
get that out of me for anything. For
Well, see,
anything.
now it's more economies of scale. Like, they're just selling way more copies, so the profit's still there. It's just like, yeah, back in the day, hey, it was expensive when you weigh it up, right?
Yeah, it was like I think
You
new
know.
games like this, like the pricing would scale up based on the popularity of the game. So a
Yeah,
new
it
game
would.
would come
Yeah.
out like this, and if there was a limited supply, then it would cost more because you were mostly dealing with like mom and pop shops at that point. There weren't like now we've got chains everywhere like
Yeah.
GameStop, Funko. Like you used to have Funkoland, EB Games, all that.
Like in Australia, like Toy World or something, and Toys R Us, like they used to sell some cool games like
Yeah.
Super Nintendo and stuff. Like I, yeah,
Before that though, it was always I would usually go to the mall to KB Toys. That was like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was a pop that was it was a toy store that was in all the malls, but they also sold video games. So that was like one of
Yeah.
my first memories of a video game store actually was KB Toys because they used to have a killer video game section, at least for the time anyway. But yeah, I don't know, just reminiscing, putting on this nostalgia goggles there.
Yeah, you got it right. So yeah, my favorite was Mortal Kombat 2 as well. Like I thought there was like hidden secrets that I never got to discover or something. So I got to check that game out, all the secrets, because
Yeah.
I know there was like I know. Could you play Kentaro? Was it Kentaro? It wasn't Goro. It was Kentaro. Yeah.
I don't remember.
No.
I don't know. That was too damn long ago.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat HD looks good.
Yeah, and that it also having this ultra wide shot, that's what kind of transitioned into this next thing because it's not really news. I just kind of wanted to geek out about this because I was seeing that in 21:9, and then I was thinking about this monitor that is coming in maybe like about a month or a few weeks even because look, I just saw like literally after I saw this, I saw on Twitter that Linus had just gotten one and he was really excited about it, and it's no wonder why. It's fucking amazing. It's almost like the perfect monitor for what I want. My next screen, 21:9, 1440 G-Sync. It's 75 hertz, not 144, but I think I could live with that. And it's IPS. I'm not really too keen on the fact that it's curved. I don't really care about that, but the IPS and all that fact, like really, like I was talking on my my Define R5 video today about I'm doing a 4K test system coming up for my testing all the hardware, the chat that I'm getting in, and I'm now torn on whether I want to get this or a 4K screen. It's like it's got to be one or the other because they're both over like $1,000. So
Yeah, well,
it's like,
I'm gonna say one thing about Acer is that when they make a gaming monitor, they do get it right. Like you've got like this. I've been playing on the 4K monitor some Dota 2, and my rating's already gone up to like 4,400 from 4,200. And the only thing that's changed is like the monitor. I haven't magically gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
So I think it's got lower input. Like I think it's got obviously all Acer monitors have pretty low input lag. I think that's something that needs to be spread upon the PC gaming community because I've had an old TN panel like from 2008 that had really low input lag as well.
Yeah.
So they got low input lag. The response times are sharp, man. Like,
Yeah.
damn, they're doing a good job with making monitors for gamers.
I don't know what the specs are yet on this for response time, but I'm hoping it's 4 millisecond like the one I have now. That would be
I hope so too.
I don't know what the full spec is on it yet, but I mean, I'm excited about this monitor, at least the specs of it, and I'm not too crazy about the stand, but I think I'd put this on a arm if I got it anyway.
Yeah, well, after playing on this 4K monitor, like I actually appreciate low response times more than ever. Like they are important. I think they're really important especially if you're gaming for long times.
Yeah.
Your eyes won't get as tired with low response times. I think that's something that subjectively noticed. I don't have objective proof, but it's one I'm going to make a video on. Response times, I think they're more important than we take them for, especially for gamers.
Yeah.
So low response times, pretty important, guys. So I noticed I've kind of ever since I've been on this monitor, I've been.
Yeah, if you've got a really bad response time, it's almost like injected motion blur. It's just like
it is.
It really is because even if you turn motion blur off in game, which I do for every game because I hate the way that it looks, and also when you record, it looks terrible on YouTube and Twitch, in my opinion. Like even worse than when you're actually there playing the game, like way worse. So having I like to eliminate that type of motion blur or ghosting as it would be with response times as much as I can.
I did like Metro Last Lights. Like they didn't have the option to turn it off, so I turned it on low, and I didn't mind that. Like I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
So,
what would be?
like I've tried it on. I think which game had Crisis? I think Crisis 3 has motion blur. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
And it looks like ass, man. Like I can't stand the motion blur on that game.
Yeah, it's
so
too much because you're moving so fast.
Yeah, and so some games it just looks terrible. But I thought Metro Last Light has the low option. That's the lowest it can go. But
Yeah.
that looks actually pretty good. So
Yeah. If there's
I
anything
don't
I
know.
really hate, it's motion blur and weapon depth of field. I don't like looking
Yeah,
down the sights of my weapon and then seeing the whole screen go hazy and I can't see anything. Like, how am I supposed to
yeah,
be
it's
competitive like this?
it's like a yeah, it's like a camera's focusing in with the slow.
Yep.
Yeah,
And, I mean, it looks more realistic, I guess,
mm,
because that's how you would be focusing. But if I'm trying to play a competitive shooter, especially like Battlefield,
yeah,
like I don't want to see that.
yeah. Don't see
I
that
need to see
shit.
all the targets. Fuck that.
It's yeah, right. So at the end of the day, it's still a freaking video game. It's nowhere near real world. So
Yeah.
like I love these people. It's like I want a real world gaming experience. Like I want a game. It's like fuck, man. I get on video games to get away from the real world. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, I want them to look real. I just don't want them to try to look like movies, which is what they try to do with like motion blur, adding that shit in.
Yeah.
They force in motion blur because they've lost it by going above 24 frames per second. So they have to inject it back in, which does not look natural in my opinion either.
Yeah.
Games don't
That,
need motion blur.
that's it. Yeah. Especially at 60 FPS plus. So
Yep.
yeah. All right. Well, do we want to move on to Black Ops 3?
Yeah,
So
this
this
is
yeah,
yeah,
Acer model looks good. So
yeah, it's pretty cool that they're doing a PC beta, multiplayer beta on August 26th. You know, Call of Duty kind of has a bad reputation at this point with the PC community, which is miles away from where it
yeah.
started out, which is on the PC. But
Well, it's just
they've strayed so far off of the path that it's kind of hard to even consider them one of our own anymore.
it has, man. Like I bought Advanced Warfare. I actually do enjoy COD. Like I enjoy it as a quick pickup game, especially when I don't have much time to play PC games. I've said this before in the past. Like I enjoy it as a quick pickup game where I can just get in and frag. But lately, like it's getting to the stage where just no one's playing it on PC, and you just can't get games. And it's like it's sad, right? Because I remember Black Ops 2, that was huge. Like that was kind of huge on the PC. Like even then, Black Ops the original, but like obviously since then, console's been taking over, and everyone's just playing it on consoles now. And so apparently PS4 is going to be the console to go to for your Call of Duty fix. And I
Yeah,
just so
I think
happen to
it's
have a
coming out there.
PS4 now.
I think it's coming out first on there, and I also saw, sort of on topic with this, is Battlefront is coming out on Xbox One first. I saw that too
Yeah.
this week. That's fucking bullshit, man.
No.
I cannot stand exclusive platform shit like that, where one console gets something other people don't, or they get something before the other people. Just fuck that. Just put the fucking content out and let people buy it wherever the fuck they like.
Yeah,
Stop
exactly right.
fucking meddling in our affairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
Stop
dicks.
paying off money, and then the end consumer ends up paying for it anyway. It's freaking stupid. You're just adding costs onto the game that don't need to be added on, and you're just being douchebags in the process.
Just gets me so
So
fucking angry. Just want to
yeah,
fucking. Oh my god! I just want to fucking. Oh. Fucking game developers, publishers, moreover, publishers. Fuck publishers. Fuck people with money. Man, just like
yeah,
the people with the money that are supporting these games are like, well, we got to get back our money. Well, we got to get more money. Well, we already made $100 billion. It's the most profitable game ever. We need more. Sell
yeah.
fucking
Well,
Doritos with the brand on it. I don't give a fuck. Just do
yeah.
it.
So Black Ops 3, though, I mean, I must admit, I did enjoy Advanced Warfare. I mean, Ghost was a sack of crap because it was just like a beta. They released a beta. It was terrible. I thought they would have patched that fucking game. But Advanced Warfare was okay. I thought it was fun. I thought it was something new, kind of. I mean, it still had the same old sloppy engine, or like it wasn't. I mean, hopefully Black Ops 3's really good. I don't know. So I'm gonna be like, I'll be joining the beta if I can and playing it and seeing if it's worth the money. But
Yeah, if it is good,
I mean,
they've talked about having things like server browsers this time and actually having a good port. Hey man, remains
yeah,
to be seen. If you could do that, awesome. And if this, I think what's also good about this beta is that people that haven't played Call of Duty in years because of the negative connotation it has, I think will
yeah,
be likely to download this and give it a look at least and try it out and see what they think. And then maybe they'll actually have people online when the game comes out on PC, because I've bought in all the recent Call of Duty games on PC just because I like the
yeah,
campaign, and I'll dabble in the multiplayer for like 5-6 hours, and then I'll just never touch it again. But
Yeah, like I enjoy my COD though, man. Like I do enjoy the COD formula. Some people are sick of it, some blah blah blah. I just enjoy it for my lifestyle where I've got half an hour to play games. I just boot up some COD and I can jump straight away into game. Like I can't play a game of Dota 2 or I can't play a game of HON in that time. Can't really jump into an RPG in that amount of time, but I can jump into a couple of games of COD. And so I like the COD formula and I hope that they get this right. I mean, Treyarch, I think, are the partner that gets it right for the COD series.
Well,
especially Black Ops 2, that was pretty good.
Well, they've got me skeptical on this one because they went the fucking stupidest route possible, which is they're just doing the suits again from Advanced Warfare. I was like, how about like World War II? Why don't we go back to that? Vietnam, anything original besides just copying Advanced Warfare. It's like ever since Titanfall, now every game is like Advanced Warfare future stuff.
Yeah,
it's like I want to go back. Let's go back to World War II. I agree. That genre was exhausted. But now it's been a while, and I want a fucking World War II game again. I want a World War II game in these modern engines with the beautiful fucking graphics. I want that. You sell a Call of Duty game set in World War II, I am a buyer day one, guaranteed. Guaranteed, because it's World War II.
I want a different experience now. Like, I want a bit of medieval mixed in with modern, like, kind of like different experience now. Like I think they could
cool.
do
like
it.
old time Victorian London, like crossbows and shit, like
stuff but also kind of like
why not? How about a Van
Quake or something? Right, you got these crossbows with magic bolts, and then you've got these guns and rocket launchers and shit. Like I think they could do a good job of that with the Call of Duty series. They could mix one in.
What about like a Victorian England Van Helsing multiplayer game where it's like...
Yeah, see, that's it. Van Helsing. Now
Van Helsing with like crossbows and silver bullets and like vampires and stuff. That'd be fucking sweet as fuck.
That's right. We need something new. Like, that's true. I'm pitching some ideas here, fellas, at the COD.
Get that game released. DICE, not not Call of Duty, not Activision. DICE. I'd rather see DICE make that game, but no battle log, no battle packs, and... Yeah, that'd be good. That's good.
No day one DLCs.
No day one DLCs. No season passes. Just give me a game for $60 that's worth $60, and I'll be a happy camper. Or give me something free, like our next topic. That was just something people were asking for. Where's my free fiber? Like, where's the free fiber? But Google Fiber is going to be releasing for free for some people here in the U.S. It's part of a new initiative with the White House called Connect Home. I don't know the whole politics behind all of that, but basically what it boils down to is 1 gigabit per second internet is going to be coming free to certain households that make less than $30,000 a year. From my understanding, it's like students and people that live in like in government subsidized housing. So if you live in like, Section 8 housing, what they call it in America, like free apartments, basically for people on welfare. Those type of people could be getting free internet. And from another article I read, they said it's something like 26% of those people don't have any internet at all. So this is going to be huge. I mean, it's just great for like as far as like learning and all that stuff, like for kids.
Well,
like,
internet, like arguably, I'd say internet's a necessity. Like I have to have internet in my life now. I don't know why, but like I went on a holiday a couple of years ago and I had no access to the internet, and I was like getting withdrawal symptoms, like dead set. It's like I'm addicted to tech.
I agree.
It's scary, man. Like it's kind of a necessity. I think a lot of us are addicted to tech and we don't even know it. Like I found out a few years ago when I went on a holiday how addicted I was. And it was weird, man, because when I went on a holiday for a couple of weeks just away from tech completely, I came back and a 24-inch monitor just looked so freaking big to my eyes. Like I was shocked. Like, no, it was just a weird experience, man. Like it was something different. So I realized I was addicted to tech, and monitors are actually bigger than they seem. That's what I realized. So, but no, this is great.
They always look small to me.
Yeah, well, they do. Like,
you get used
the
to it.
28-inch already looks like a 24-inch now. So, like, I've had it for...
Yeah, when I first got this 27, I was like, this is where it's at. This is good. This is good. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's not that big.
Yeah, now you're just gonna have a 40-inch on your desk. I need more room.
I need an 80-inch monitor, and I need to be leaned back in like a fucking Matrix chair, like up, like fucking Cyrus, like leaned back in the fucking chair, like I don't see the numbers anymore. I just see the matrix. I see red
Well,
dress, blue
they just need a
can.
dome monitor, one that just covers you completely.
Oh
And you can't
yeah.
even see half of it, so well, like 2/3 of the monitor. So, but it's there. You need more space.
Yes. Make it like just build it around me like a planetarium. That'll be good. 360
And
degree screen. Just put me in a pod.
but this is pretty. I mean, this is good news, right? Everyone, people who want it, good internet can get it. So, and they can't afford it, but they can now. So, well, when they get it. So,
Well, part of this actually kind of scares me. I mean, doing this, I think, gives them even more access to be able to track us. You know, we were talking about that with Chrome before. I mean, this it worries me for that sense. Like, do they have ulterior motives? Really? Are they, do they just want
of
to get? Do
course
they
they
want?
do.
Or is this the dawn of
Yeah.
Skynet? You know,
Of
that's
course they have ulterior motives, man. As I've said, any public listed company, hell, any company really, like they're at the forefront. Their main priority is making money. And how do you make money? You make your company look good. I mean, I don't know, right? It could just be a plea to give Google some positive advertising,
yeah. I mean,
some good PR. But
part of me wants to hope that they realize that they're already making enough money doing what they're doing, and they don't need to be greedy like the current ISP system that we have with like Comcast and
yeah,
Verizon, Time Warner, all those companies. They're just being way too greedy. So they're just saying, well, we
yeah,
could do it at this price, which is way better than what they're doing because they're being greedy bastards. And
yeah,
we're gonna cover our cost. We're gonna make some profit and get some good press out of the deal. Like, and that would be a fine motive, but I feel like there's a little bit more to it than that.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, you always do now. Like nowadays, what's going on? Like, there's always another motive. So there's always that ulterior motive. Yeah.
Yep. But
Anyway,
yeah, last topic we had was something you wanted to talk about. And it's pretty big news. I mean, PayPal apparently is going to be breaking away from eBay. That's
yeah.
pretty big. I mean, I guess they're probably still going to be supported, I assume, but
Well, like this article is actually pretty good. I mean, like the gem here is PayPal. PayPal is the gem. Like, I think eBay, if anything, in the next few years will be just dragging PayPal down. And I think they realize that.
yeah.
And, because I haven't been using eBay nowhere near as much as I've been using it in the previous years. And
Yeah, I barely ever go on there unless I have something old to sell.
yeah, well, like you even try to sell something nowadays, it's just getting so hard. Like they've really turned the eBay experience into a pile of shit, I think. Like,
I made a fuck ton of money last year on eBay.
yeah,
Selling.
but you probably paid a fuck ton of fucking fees too.
Yeah, I did,
So,
but I made way more than what I put into it. I was selling Windows 8 licenses and made a ton of money on there.
okay, just reselling Reddit keys or something.
No, not Reddit. G2A had them for ages. They had Windows 8.1 Professional for like $10, and
Oh shit.
I was just buying up the keys as fast as they could list them at that price, and then I was going on
Yeah,
eBay and selling them
that's
for
smart.
$40.
That's pretty smart, eh? That's
I
good.
was quadrupling my money. I was like, I'm just going to be cheap. I'm
Mm.
not going to be greedy. I could have probably charged $60 or $70, and they would have sold slower. But
Yeah, but they would have sold out pretty quick. Yeah.
yeah, I put them up at $40, and they were gone as soon as I could put them up. It's like people were waiting for keys. Like, just can you please sell more keys? I was like, okay, here's more keys. I got keys for
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
It's like there's not a site out there called G2A where you can get this 4 times cheaper at all.
Yeah.
I'm just a middleman here, I'm just a middleman.
It's usually the middleman who makes the big dollars. So.
Yeah, trying to get that paper, trying to get that cheddar.
So well, that's it. Like that's smart, man. But like, yeah, like I've got a friend who was selling like some retro games, and it's like he was telling me how his eBay account got curbed or something, like because he did 2 returns or something, and he could no longer sell over 100 items, and I was just like, what? It's just stupid. Like because he had 100% feedback.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I don't know what they're doing. It seems in ways that they're shooting themselves in the foot, and PayPal might not want to be part of that. But I tell you now, like PayPal's the gem because this, as the article says, PayPal can now branch off and put their services on Amazon, on whatever, and it'll just give them more diversity.
PayPal and Amazon. I don't see that happening because Amazon has their own pay thing, but I would love to see PayPal support on Amazon because I would use it so much more often. Because I've been in situations where I've had money on PayPal but not in my bank account, and I was like, "Oh, great! I got to buy this on Newegg," unless I want to wait 3 to 5 days for it to process to my bank account.
Yeah, well, like I buy games on GDA, G2A, and it's like G2A Shield. I don't need that. I've got the PayPal Shield.
Yep.
So, there's
That
always.
G2A Shield is a pile of bullshit, by the way.
Well, you just get your PayPal Shield, man. Like,
Well,
something
yeah, but that
happens, you
takes
just, like,
30 days.
nah, PayPal. You just put in a freaking escalate it to a claim, man.
Yeah, it
You
takes
get your
30
money back.
days.
Really?
Yeah, they hold the money for 30 days and give them a chance to resolve it. I had a friend who bought a copy of GTA 5 on G2A,
Yeah.
and the key got revoked within like an hour of him playing it. Rockstar had revoked the key, so
Really?
yeah. And he had paid extra for the G2A Shield, tried to get a refund, and they just basically like ignored him. They just put him in like on a queue and just never responded to him. And then
Wow.
he escalated it with PayPal,
Yeah.
and he had to wait for that whole thing to play out. But yeah, it
But
took
did he get
ages.
his money back?
At the end of the day, yeah, from PayPal
Yeah,
after
that's
waiting
good,
30
yeah.
days. But you
Yeah,
know,
well,
if you've only got, some people are on a budget. Some people only they're buying a game for like
yes,
$40.
that's
That's
it.
a lot of money to them. They're like, okay, I'm going to get this game, but I'm going to get it on G2A because it's $10 cheaper. And they get it,
That's
and then they get ripped off on the key. Now they got to wait another month to play the game because they don't have any money to buy a new key.
I know, but at least at the end of the day, PayPal's got you back. Like that's
Yeah, definitely. That's a good move for PayPal, but I'm just saying bad for G2A. That
Yeah.
G2A Shield doesn't do as much as people think. It doesn't really do anything.
Well, that's why I don't use it. I just
Yeah.
use my PayPal Shield. So
I never pay for the G2A Shield. I didn't pay for it
Yeah.
before I had heard the story from my friends, so I'm just even less likely to pay for it now. Just doesn't seem. I just buy from someone that's got a shit ton of sales under their belt, and then that's it.
There's a double-edged sword too. Like a lot of people abuse the PayPal, like the claims and shit. I've heard some pretty bad stories. I mean, I've been hosed myself in the past.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it is a bit of a catch-22 with PayPal, but
I had some guy escalate a claim on me from something I sold on eBay. I had sold a pair of headphones on eBay
yeah,
for like $300, and
yeah.
this guy bought them off me, and maybe a month and a half went by, and then he emailed me and said he wanted to get a refund because his dog had chewed them.
What the?
I was like, are you
kidding me?
I said, no, I'm not kidding you. I was like, are you fucking mad? I was like, fuck off. It's like, oh, I didn't say fuck off, but I was like, so your dog chewed your headphones that you've had for me for over a month, and it's my fault. I should give you money for these now, yeah?
What the?
I was like, I am not giving you anything, and I said, I'm not giving you any refund now or ever, and please do not contact me again, or I will report you.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you get the item, you should check it, and if it's broken, then you put in a claim. Then like, hey, my item doesn't work. It's not like, I destroyed the item. Now I want my money back.
Yeah, and in the email, he's like, I was hoping you could just give me a refund. He's like, but I don't want to go through the proper channels because I don't want the hassle. So can you just give me a refund? I was like, do you think I'm fucking stupid? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I was like, fuck off. Can't stand
Are you
that shit.
trolling? Are you trolling at this stage, buddy?
You fucking trolling, bro. You fucking trolling.
Yeah, you trolling, bro?
Fucking bossy. Fucking slobbering. Fuck, I just broke out my fucking Northern Irish accent. Charlie from Further Banter and I was about to lose his shit. That was my handy voice. He's the only person right now of 91 people watching this plus you that actually knows what the fuck I'm talking about. So it's fine. Inside joke.
Insider's joke. So yeah.
Inside joke for the Banter and I.
Well, do we want to go some questions? I mean, I got like 10 minutes or something for questions.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna check the Twitter feed real quick, and if anyone has any questions, fire them into the chat there.
Yeah, fire away, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, fire away quick because my dinner's ready. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
No, it actually is ready. I want to go eat that. So fire those questions in.
What do you got for dinner? Just curious.
Meatloaf.
Oh, nice.
I like meatloaf.
Yeah, I always get jealous when people are making something with cheese. Like, because I don't know. I love just cheese, man.
Oh, yeah. I was watching something on the Munchies channel today. The guy was making croque madame, and I was like, that looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
You ever had a croque madame?
I've heard of it. You got to explain it to me again.
It's
Like, what is it again?
It's basically like it's a sandwich on like really rustic like French bread, and it's just like ham and melted cheese, and then you put you grill it on the flat top, and then you put a soft egg on top.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
It's really fucking good.
So just I think we call it French toast in Oz.
Oh no,
That's
this
just
has ham and egg on it though. French toast would just be, well, at least for us anyway. French toast is just like bread dipped in egg and cinnamon, and then you just fry it up and serve it with like syrup.
true. Yeah, it's true. I sometimes drop bacon on it and put an egg on top. So I didn't know there was other names for it.
Yeah, we had a question come in from Imperial Geek about
Yeah.
KOTOR 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2. They just got a big. I saw the story. They got a big update that added in. It's the first update in a decade, and they added in support for up to 5K resolution. So I don't know what else. As far as what else is in the patch, I honestly don't know. But yeah, the 5K support, that's cool that they're adding it. I think all the old games I would love to see get widescreen support, because if I went back to play an older game, if it was 4:3 aspect ratio and didn't fit my screen, that would stop me from playing a game. So
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Was that the one with the good PvP?
honestly, I've never played it.
Oh, I played one of the Star Wars games that had some pretty fun PvP, man.
Yeah.
Like you're just using force push and then you're just hitting each other. Like it was actually a lot of fun. Like I think it was Knights of the Old Republic 2. Like I think that was it.
Yeah.
So had really good multiplayer, like really good. Yeah. Sort of anyway. Have we got any more questions? No.
Yeah, we've got some stuff in chat now. Some guy said 144 hertz versus 60 hertz. I guess that's a question. Obviously, 144. I guess if you can.
Yeah, it depends if it's 144 1440p versus 4K 60. That's actually a good question.
Oh yeah, that's you know, you basically have to decide if you want to make that trade off. But
Yeah,
in just
it depends
apples
on
in just apples to apples, I mean,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to gaming, higher
Yeah.
the refresh rate, the better. When
Yeah.
it comes to watching TV, lower the better. I hate 120, 240 hertz televisions that add that fake interpolation bullshit. I cannot stand that.
Oh yeah, it just looks like the car's like going through a warp tunnel or something.
It's
Like this
so
is weird
fucking-
effect, eh? It makes it look weird, eh?
So fucking fake. Just
Yeah.
looks rubbish. Makes everything look like a soap opera.
Yeah, it does look weird, eh? I've got to admit. So, but
Let's see. Ryan,
yeah, like
sorry. Go ahead.
oh, like the 4K versus the 1440p, like 60 hertz. I'd probably, I mean, now that I'm sort of closing the gap to 30 years old, I'm kind of okay with 60 FPS. I mean,
Yeah.
at 4K. I mean, I'd love to see 120 hertz 4K. That'd be awesome. Or even just 100 hertz. Like, I'm not too much of a biggie. Like, I think around about for me, 100 hertz is really good. I can't notice much over that.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Anything over that, and you're just packing a bit more meat into the budgie smugglers, you know? Just,
Yeah. Well, it's hard for the graphics card to push those extra 44 frames as well. Like,
Joker euphemisms. Brought to you by me. Joker.
the Joker.
Yep. All right, so Ryden Wolf wants to know what time it is where you are.
7:47.
Otherwise known as early as fuck.
Yeah, it's early, man. I've actually got to get to work in 10 minutes, so... Like, I'm just like a 2-minute bike ride. I'm 2-minute bike ride down the road, so it's really good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hughborn, Mr. Sloppy Wet Pushy, wants you to say, "That's not a knife. This is a knife."
That's not a knife, mate. This is a knife.
See, he didn't even have to try there. He was just talking normal. Didn't even have to try. It
Oh,
was oh my god, he wasn't even doing a voice. It was so cool.
It's funny though. In 2015, you meet people like, and they're like, especially from, I don't know why is it from just the States. Shrimp on the barbie. It's like kangaroos, koalas, like face palm.
That's all
It's
we
not a straight like.
That's all we know, and I also know that Patrick Swayze died there at Point Break. I also know that. So
Oh, I don't know. Just yeah, like koalas. It's so hard to see a koala. I've seen them twice in my life. I've seen 2 koalas 2 times, like in the wild,
yeah,
in my whole life. So
Rabid
yeah,
beasts.
koalas are just rare as hell. Kangaroos, they're pretty common. Kangaroos and wallabies, they're everywhere.
yeah.
So, but yeah, like it's just nothing. Like it's not our culture isn't like, hey, we're going out to play with the wallabies today. Like, I don't know.
You all just like, you know, just backpack out there, you know, with like a bunch of didgeridoos.
Yeah, like that's
There's
yeah, like apparently that's the image that Oz gets. Like even to this day, I don't get it, man.
wow. It's like why are these guys going on a hunt playing the Survivor theme music? It's like what are they doing?
Like when the real culture of Oz, like especially if I compare it to Japan, it's just carefree. Like we in Oz we're carefree
Yeah.
and we don't like stress. I think that's the general like, we're just carefree and I love the culture in Oz. Like I miss it. So
Yeah.
especially now with the shit that I'm going through, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Patrick wanted to know. He said, with the 980 Ti being nearly just as powerful or more powerful than 970 SLI, would you recommend anything else besides the 980 Ti at that price range? So basically, I guess we're looking at,
No,
getting rid
yeah.
of not getting rid of 970 SLI, and it would basically be Fury X or 980 Ti. And
Actually, I was going to talk about in my review the 970 at 4K. Like it was having that VRAM issue was actually I know what people are talking about now. It's
oh
kind of
yeah,
like artificial input lag. Hey,
it's going to be bad. I mean, you're just running out of VRAM. You're running out of VRAM.
yeah, like it's I've never experienced it before until I've started playing my 970 at 4K,
Yeah.
and it's like artificial input lag. Like it's weird. It's a weird experience, and I know why people experience the problems they did. But I'd definitely be going for the 980 Ti in that price range. I mean, there's no. You can go with the Fury X if you like AMD, but I would pick the 980 Ti over the Fury X. Especially the one I've got, man. It boosts up to like 1450 megahertz, and it's just insane. Like
Yeah,
runs the games.
1450 seems pretty standard to be able to get the core to. On
Yeah,
a
but
lot of the
like
980 Ti's, it's a good
yeah,
number. It's
a
a
good
beast
number,
card,
and
and
it's
I agree with
yeah.
you on recommending that over the Fury X.
Yeah, well, like it's just huge, man. It's playing games fine at 4K. Like I'm not having a problem. I turn off the real taxing settings, and man, my games look absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So I'd go with the 980 Ti, and I'd go with this bad boy too, the Acer 4K.
Yep.
You can pick it up cheap enough.
Yep.
And I'm having
Eichel wanted to know if I recommend the R5 or something cheaper with good cable management. As far as case recommendations, there's really two that I kind of are my standbys right now. I like the R5 as far as like a spacious mid tower is concerned because it's just so solidly built. It's just really well built and designed. And then in the full tower space, it would be like the Fantex N3 Pro if you want something a little bit cheaper. Those are about $100, whereas the Define R5 is about $120. So it's kind of like, do you really need a bigger case? If you do get the N2 Pro, it's got really good layout and all that. It's very smartly laid out, just like the Define R5, but it is made with some cheaper, like plasticky materials. So know that ahead of time. But it's a good looking case and everything. It's
if you're on an extreme budget, you can go with like Zalman. They're not bad on the low end. Like the Zalman Z3 that I had, that was a pretty cool case. Like for the money. So just depends on your budget. But yeah, like around $100, yeah, you'd be going. Something like the R5, I guess.
Yep.
Be a pretty good case. If that's the case.
Mr. Bobby Lulls wanted to know what I think about GPU utilization on the 980 Ti's. I mean, it's great. My SLI scales really, really well. Been playing a lot of Witcher 3 recently, and that game runs at like 97% usage all the time on both cards. So it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. That's pretty big.
You need to make sure you have a CPU that's not going to bottleneck it, though. That's for sure. I mean, this card is punches out a lot of frames.
Yeah,
so
that's true. And you want to hit the res up too. Like if you started playing your games at 1080p, man, I reckon you'd hit bottlenecks, on your CPU.
Yep.
Even with the latest and greatest, like 980 Ti's are just demanding. They're demanding those frames.
Yep.
Process for me, bitch. And the CPU's like, I can't process it anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's the same reason why you see Jay's 2 cents. He gets bottlenecked by his 5960X with 3 Titan X's because it's just too many frames being processed at once. It just can't. Even at the 8 core level, like that can't handle all the frames being processed. So that could happen. Even with one card, if your CPU is low end enough. It depends on what CPU you have. I mean, if you've got like 4790K or something like that, then chances are you're probably fine. But
yeah, well, you just like that's what I mean. If you're gonna get powerful graphics cards like the 980 Ti, then at least go to 1440p at least.
Yeah,
like
otherwise
if you're getting a
a
980 Ti, well, if you're getting 980 Ti for 1080p, you're wasting your money. Like, a 970 will do 1080p perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And then or an R9 290, R9 390 now. Yeah, so. I mean, those cards will just smash 1080p, and even then, they're good 1440p cards as well, if you know how to tune the settings. So that's just my recommendations.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, but
that's about it, man. I've
Yeah.
got a scoot and boot, so
Yep.
yeah,
Alright.
we got any. Yeah.
Good show, man. It's a good time.
Yes, so good times. I'm just in the prime, going through hard times, but I'll get through it all. You know, and keep on moving. So it's just man, surprising stuff. But yeah, I'll be doing videos and stuff probably in the next week. I mean, I'm probably just I'm having a break at the moment. I got to deal with all this, so we'll still do the live. You know, keep popping my head out.
Yeah. Just a quick
Yeah.
notice to this guy Terminal in chat. Witcher 3 is not a port. Bite your tongue, sir. So, mind your comments talking about the textures in Witcher 3. The textures in that game are incredible for the amount of VRAM that they use. The small amount. It's definitely not a port, though. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not like the textures on the trees, but it's not a port. Just to clear that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go and get out of here now. I will. I'll talk to you during the week, man, and we'll catch you guys next week. It's all right.
All right, see you guys for the next episode. Bye.